This place is very special. Actually, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Dashama Skanda, in one of the purports, Srila Prabhupada is saying, three things do not belong to this material world. They come down from the spiritual world. You know what are they?
Lotus.
Bhagavan, Bhakta, Bhakti. Three bhas. Just like there are three gakaras which give liberation. The scriptures say that there are gakaras which give liberation. What are the gakaras which give liberation? Gita, Ganga, Gita, Gayatri. These three gakaras give liberation. Similarly, these three bhagaras, Bhagavan, Bhakta, Bhakti, it's not available in this material world. It is coming from the spiritual world. So a spiritual person from the spiritual world has to give it to us. We all seek bhakti, right? So that bhakti is given by none other than whom? Tulsi Maharani. That's why we say Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani ki Jai. So we have to pray to her so that we get bhakti. And in one lecture, it was mentioned that there are similarities between Tulsi Maharani and Mahalakshmi. And there are dissimilarities between Tulsi Maharani and Mahalakshmi. Now, what are the similarities between Tulsi Maharani and Mahalakshmi? Are they connected in any way? Anything similar? Yeah, they do, both of them do seva of Vishnu. Any other similarity?
Both are at the lotus feet.
Yes. When we talk about Pada Seva, isn't it? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. And that Navavidha Bhakti, one important limb is Pada Seva. So Pada Seva is epitomized by Lakshmi. She is always at the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, Vrinda Devi is also at the lotus feet. Whenever you do Abhishek for the Lord, immediately we keep Tulsi at his lotus feet. Any other similarities between Mahalakshmi and Tulsi Devi? Where does Mahalakshmi reside? Vakshasthala. What is the name of that Vakshasthala? Place a particular point where Mahalakshmi resides. Srivatsa. You heard about Srivatsa? Srivatsa is the exact point where Mahalakshmi resides. That is why it is known as Srivatsa. Shri means what?
Lakshmi.
So that is a place where Mahalakshmi resides. And does Vrinda Devi reside in the Vakshasthala of the Lord? Yes. She also resides as Mala. Tulsi Mala. No. The Mala, Krishna is offered so many different types of malas. But Krishna personally likes Tulsi Mala. That is his favorite. So she also resides there. So these are all the similarities. But then the Acharyas say, Lakshmi Devi sometimes leaves the Vakshasthala of the Lord because she has to go to bless some of her devotees. But Vrinda Devi never leaves the Vakshasthala or the lotus feet of the Lord. Because nobody usually prays to Vrinda Devi like they pray to Mahalakshmi. So Vrinda Devi is always permanently situated at the lotus feet of the Lord. And she is always in the service of the Lord. For instance, here she has got some special parrots. So if you are fortunate, you can see them. Now I think since she is taking rest, they are also taking rest. Otherwise, you can see a lot of parrots here, and they will be, making chirping sound. So there are many spies, and the most prominent among the parrots is Daksha. There is a parrot by the name Daksha. Parrots are good messengers. That is why if you have visited Madurai Meenakshi temple, how many of you have visited? Yes. So what is the speciality of Meenakshi Devi? She is holding a parrot in her hand. Isn't it? So parrots are favorite dutas or spies of devis. So here the main parrot is Daksha, and he will always move around the Vraja and collect information about Radha and Krishna and pass it on to Vrinda Devi. So Vrinda Devi is very expert in arranging the pastimes of Radha Krishna, and she does all the planning in this place. And earlier this place was like a forest. When we used to come, we used to come with His Grace Deenabandhu Prabhu. You know Deenabandhu Prabhu? Yeah. So Deenabandhu Prabhu used to take us to all these places. And now it has been developed so much. It has been beautified so much. And during those times there was also a Maharaj, a sannyasi here. He also contributed a lot in developing this place. In fact, his picture is also placed in the altar here inside. The Maharaj Samadhi is right here. You can also go and pay respects to Maharaj. He was a wonderful servant of Vrinda Devi. Because of his efforts, this place was developed like that we see now. So, whenever people come for parikrama, like there is a parikrama called Madhura Mandal Parikrama, which lasts for how many days? 1 full month. You know, it is known as Chaurasi Krosh Parikrama. So that time they come here and they spend a lot of time here doing chanting, kirtan and all. And the biggest festival that happens here is what? You can guess. Which festival will be celebrated with a lot of pomp and splendor? Tulasi Salagrama Vivaha. So when does that come? The last day of the Karma, isn't it? So that day this place will be very much crowded. A lot of Vaishnavas will be coming. And the Tulasi Salagrama Vivaha is done with a huge splendor. It's a wonderful time to visit and witness that Salagrama Vivaha. So there are so many pastimes that have happened here. Anyway, we'll see that some other time. So now this is a wonderful place to chant Tulasi Pranam Mantra, and also the song which we sing when we do Tulsi Arati. Okay, so shall we do that? Yes.
Viraj.
So far I think we go. Tulsi Pranam. Vrinda Tulsi. So first sing Tulsi Pranam.
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्ति देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्ति देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्ति देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। Say
Krishna